This video reminded me I want to start something. I want to highlight some of my favorite places that I had in 2023, and this is my first stop. I got it, let's try it, and rate it 1 through 10. I spent $75.86. The name of this place is Calabash African Kitchen. I talked about this a bunch of times because, again, this is one of my favorite places. Everybody who come in town is either my family or one of my friends. The first thing they ask me is where we about to go eat. And this is one of the first places I say all the time. I'm gonna show y'all what I got, and we're gonna try it and rate it 1 through 10. Jollof rice, plantain or plantains, and two orders of oxtail and fufu. I've heard this not the traditional way that you eat oxtail, but this is the way they recommend it, and I get it like this every time. I say every time. I'm spilling everywhere. Oxtail in the car is crazy. Now this food is kind of expensive. This oxtail by itself was $28, but in my experience, oxtail expensive everywhere. I ain't went nowhere and got cheap oxtail. Oxtail. Forgive me. We're gonna do the oxtail first. This is what I like to do. I like to take a good little scoop of the fufu. I go broth first. Let that sop up in the broth. And I grab me a piece of meat. Ooh, look how big these oxtails is. Hold on. Snatch it right off of that oxtail like that. Don't worry, my hands is clean and it's going in my mouth. It don't ever fail. I ain't gonna lie to you. Auntie be back there cooking. Auntie don't miss, in my opinion. Even the vegetables. This is like a cartoon carrot. That carrot tender, this broth seasoned. There's meat falling off the bone. Good God Almighty. I've always been very firm. That's some of the best oxtail I've ever had in my life. I've rated that so many times, I'm not even gonna rate it. But if I had to, very, very high 9s, almost a 10. It don't never get lower than a 9.7 for me. It's in a range of 9.7 to a 10. It's like in that in that category. Now this is jollof. I've never had this before. From here at least. It's like seasoned rice with a tomato base. It's not just super spicy. It's not just super tomato forward, but it's super flavorful in general. I'm talking about all kind of seasons. Seasonings I probably don't even know the name of, but I can taste them. I ain't got to know the name of them to taste them. In my opinion, I get it at 8.7 out of 10. That's great rice, but it's still just rice. I wish it had some meat in it. And I don't even know if that's a traditional thing to do, but it got so much flavor. I wish it had some like meaty texture to it. When I bit the oxtail and ate that rice, if it was already a piece of oxtail in there, again, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I would do. And I would get at like a 9.5 if it was in there already. I ain't gonna lie to you. Last but not least, the plantain.